Hey everybody, welcome to No Excuses. I'm your host and I'm Rodney Arbona, and today once again we are going to inspire you. My special guest who's got a great story of how she got to where she started and where she is today, and her name is Vera Moore. How are you, Vera?
Hi, how are you? Listen, thank you so much. I am ecstatic to be here.
Thank you.
This is fun. This
and
is
I
great.
As well.
Thank
I'm
you
so happy
much.
you're here as well. We had such a great conversation before you got on air,
Right.
and before that as well, and you just have an awesome story from start to finish, and I just can't wait for everybody to hear it.
Well, I try to inspire people every single day.
I as well.
It's not easy,
No.
but you do what you have to do, and you love it. You have
That's
a
right.
love for helping people, and
That's right.
you teach one and they teach others.
So your career went from acting, singing, and now we're a CEO of a makeup company.
Yeah,
so this
I'm
is
ecstatic.
this is fantastic.
Well, you know, and I never had, initially, I never thought I was going to be in the cosmetic business. I had no desire. My background was all theater.
That's great.
I started, I started off working right out of high school.
Okay.
Because I had to.
And what was that?
A long time ago.
No, what was that? Excuse me.
Well, I worked at a law firm.
Okay.
For the federal government, solicitor's office for the Port of New York in Bowling Green, right out of high school.
Sure.
And but I had a plan. I always had a plan.
That's
I said,
great.
you know what? I'm going to work 5 years, and then I'm going to quit my job and get into the theater. Because I used to sing in church, I sang in school, I grew up in Queens, you know, came from a very big family, 5 brothers and
Wow.
1 sister. We're a poor family, but
That's
we
okay.
always, see that's where that inspiring, because my
That's
mother
right.
always told us no matter what, we could do it.
That's
like
right.
the little choo-choo train, you can make it, you can make it, you can make it.
There you go. Beautiful.
So I did have a plan, because I know you always have to have a plan, and I used to audition on my lunch hour.
That's awesome.
I'd get on the train, go up Midtown and audition, and then come back to work. And they'd always say, "Did you get it, Vera?" "No, I didn't get it. I didn't get it this time." But I was never deterred. There were no excuses.
There you go.
I wanted to do
Beautiful.
it. And I'd go, and this went on for years, and I'd save I lived at home, smart. I stayed at home. I didn't move out.
Good for you.
And one day I got it.
That's awesome.
I auditioned and I got it. And I came back and I said, "Mel, guess what?" He said, "Did you get it?" I said, "I got it." Yes.
That's great.
So,
And what was that?
My first job was in Jones Beach Theater, Guy Lombardo.
Really?
And that's where I got my equity card, which is very
That's-
important for an actor.
That's
To
right.
get the equity card, because then you can go to union calls.
That's awesome.
And then he says, "Now what are you going to do? How are you going to do this? You going to quit?" I said, "Yes." No excuses. I quit a federal government job.
Oh my God! So you could have taken a leave of absence, but you just
I
said
don't know.
no.
Well, you can't take a leave of absence unless it's really pertinent. You can't take a leave of absence to go do another job.
Okay.
I don't think so. I don't think so. So, but I wanted to do this. I had planned.
That's
you know,
right. Your gut said, "Let's
my
do
gut,
this."
my instinct said, and my will wanted me to do it, and I said, "I'm going to do it. I'm going to go for it."
Good for you.
So I quit a federal government job and did summer stock for 2 months.
Okay.
And then after that, I met so many networking. I met so many people.
Beautiful.
The importance of networking.
That's right.
And we talked about that.
We did.
Yeah.
At
And
both ends.
Absolutely. So I met so many people, and I had an opportunity. I went to California for 2 years.
Excellent.
Okay, and then I came back.
What did
and
we do in California?
I did the Leslie Uggam show.
Wow.
For 2 years, and I did some commercials. I did some things. And that was scary.
Yes,
to go,
sure.
because I'd never been away from home. But I did but I didn't let fear deter me.
That's a good
Because
thing.
fear can, kind of.
Suppress us.
Yeah, well, not only suppress, it paralyzes
That's right.
you.
That's a better
If you
word.
allow it.
That's right.
If you allow it, it paralyzes you.
That's correct.
So there was great experience there, and I had known the conductor there from the Broadway show that went out there, so I knew him, so that was
Okay.
good. And then I came back.
See, the team of two.
Yeah, a team of 2. The power of 2. The
That's
power
right.
of 1. So I came back, and then I started auditioning. I did lots of commercials. And
How did you like commercials?
I liked commercials.
Good.
You know, they fed me.
There you go.
They paid for my
Paid the
bills.
bills.
Paid my bills. and then I auditioned when I got my first soap opera.
Wow.
I did Search for Tomorrow. I did Another World.
Wait, what was the first soap
The
opera?
very first soap opera I did was A World Apart.
Okay.
It lasted about, I don't know, maybe a year. But that was quite an experience for me.
Oh, I could imagine.
Yeah, it was very exciting. And then I did Search for Tomorrow, a little bit parts.
Okay.
And I remember doing my first soap opera. No, that was the second soap opera. The first soap opera was Search for Tomorrow, because I didn't really have that many lines. But then when I got my first, Under 5, and then I got a contract for it, then I did Edge of Night.
Oh, wow.
Search for Tomorrow. and there was one other one, I can't remember. And then I got my big break.
And that was?
Another World.
Oh my goodness.
Channel 4,
That's
NBC.
Good for you.
Yeah, very, very exciting.
Wow, that must have been really like, let's party.
Yeah, it was great. It was really great, and I was so excited about it. But, you know, everything has to be preparation.
Sure.
I went to acting classes for 10 years, Herbert Berghoff.
Oh, wow.
So it's not like I just jumped into it.
Absolutely.
You have to be prepared because
That's
there's
right.
a lot of competition.
Preparation is
key.
everything in life.
Absolutely.
Between food,
Yeah,
business,
yeah,
acting, whatever it is,
You have to
preparation's
prepare because
everything.
there's a lot of competition, and you
Right.
have to be right, and you have to be on point. So I was very blessed, and
Good
I
for
got
you.
Another World, and I was on Another World for about 10 years.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is,
wow.
isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like more than a
That's
regular.
a big deal. That's a big deal.
You're the shtick.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did that. So, and at that particular time, I was also doing Broadway. And
Oh,
most
my
times,
goodness.
see, in acting, you got to take the gig when it comes.
That's right.
So I did the soap opera, and then I did the Broadway at night.
Oh my goodness.
And we just arranged where I didn't do anything for soap opera on a Wednesday because
Okay.
that's matinee.
That's right.
So
It's
that
the early
worked out.
shows.
Yeah, you know, the agents know how to work things out.
Yes.
And
And how long were you doing Broadway?
I did Broadway, Another World for Broadway. I did Broadway for about 4 years.
Wow.
And then I did Tremonisha, the
Okay.
Scott Joplin opera, for about 2 years. We traveled to Washington, Kennedy Center.
Sure.
And then I did Teaspoon Every 4 Hours with Jackie Mason. Oh my God!
Oh gosh.
What an experience! What an experience! But you know, you learn so much. Every single show that you do, you take something away from it, and you
Absolutely.
build. You
Absolutely.
build. So it was all good. No
That's
matter
the call of life.
Exactly. No matter whether they were ups and downs, there's no such thing as a failure.
Right.
And I learned something from each show that I did. But when I got on Another World, there was a void in the market for cosmetics, a quality product. Now, there were cosmetics out there, but for quality products for people of color. And that's when I decided I was going to do something about it because it was about empowerment. And I had an opportunity to go into Green Acres Mall. Green Acres Mall is a mall in Valley
Sure.
Street in Queens.
In Long Island.
Yeah, we were the first black
Border-
tenant in that mall. We
Wow.
integrated that mall.
Now let me ask you a question. Were you still doing acting and doing the makeup, or did you
Yes.
decide to?
Yes, I was doing the acting and the makeup.
And Broadway, and
well, I
theater.
did. I did soap opera and Broadway at
You're
the same time.
making me exhausted.
Yeah, sounds like something like you do.
Yes.
I did Broadway. Well, that's what we have to do.
Yes.
You know.
Well, it's the energy in us.
Yeah, yeah. So I did Broadway and soap opera at the same time.
For 10 years.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
I
Good
was,
for you.
Yeah.
though.
And then I had an opportunity to go in Green Acres Mall.
Okay.
But we started off at a beauty parlor, trying the product out. My husband owned a hair salon, Billy's
Okay.
Place. And when I went into Green Acres Mall, it took talking about tenacity and a process and perseverance and never giving up. It took me 3 years to get into Green Acres Mall.
Well, let's go take a half a step back if you can
Okay.
allow me.
Oh, of course.
I know makeup doesn't happen all overnight either because a good friend of mine is a cosmetic chemist.
All right.
So, how long did it take for you to get the makeups that you were satisfied with and then say, let's go to market?
Yeah, well, it took a while because you have to get the right tones and the right colors.
Right.
You know, we range from ivory to ebony, people
Exactly.
of color. You want that was the key because what I was using was too red. It was too oily. It was
course.
too greasy. So I wanted a quality product, and that was the complaint I was always hearing.
Right.
Vera, do you have anything to me? You know, as you said, you know, we range from ivory to ebony. Somebody of a darker hue, the color would make them look gray.
Absolutely.
And they felt it was self-esteem. Oh, I don't look
course.
good in this, or you know, it didn't make me look like they wanted to look.
Right.
So it did take a while to perfect that, and we had to get a chemist. We had to
Sure.
get the right manufacturer. So it took a while, and it took money, and we had to borrow, and to know when you really love this entrepreneur thing, this thing that's called self-inflicted pain. We mortgaged our home to do this.
I know that feeling.
Yeah.
I know that
Personal
feeling.
guarantee.
Yes,
So if you don't
Yes.
pay the bill, they take your house.
that's right.
So that's how serious I was about it.
Good for you.
And I said, you know, entrepreneurship is like self-inflicted pain.
It is.
You have to really want to do this. It's like being thirsty in a desert.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
I don't regret anything I've done. I
Good.
might have done it a little differently, but I don't regret that I did it.
And you can't.
No. So we were able to get into Green Acres Mall, and it took 3 years
To get into the mall.
to get into the mall, Green Acres Mall in Valley Stream, Long Island. And during the course of the 3 years, see, then that's the challenge.
That's right.
They changed management, and they promised me the first floor. And then they promised me the second floor, and then they promised me the third floor. And then they promised me the fourth floor. And then they promised me the fifth floor. And then they promised me the sixth floor. And then they promised me the seventh floor. And then they promised me the eighth floor. And then they promised me the ninth floor. And then they promised me the 10th floor. And then they promised me the 11th floor. And then they promised me the 12th floor. And then they promised me the 13th floor. And then they promised me the 14th floor. And then they promised me the 15th floor. And then they promised me the 16th floor. And then they promised me the 17th floor. And then they promised me the 18th floor. And then they promised me the 19th floor. And then they promised me the 20th floor. And then they promised me the 21st floor. And then they promised me the 22nd floor. And then they promised me the 23rd floor. And then they promised me the 24th floor. And then they promised me the 25th floor. And then they promised me the And then when we finally, the 3 years were up, because they were renovating the mall,
Sure.
they put me on the second floor. Well, the second floor was food court.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So they said, well, we only
We're not
have
cooking the makeup. We're going to use it.
Yeah. We're only we only have room now on the second floor. I said, oh my God, what am I going to do? Then, no excuses.
That's right.
I took it.
Good for you.
Exactly. I took it, and I would have gone on the roof
Good for you.
just to level the playing field.
That's right.
To break the barrier.
That's
and I
great.
stayed up in the food court for 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah. But I had an opportunity to meet people.
I was going to say everybody's walking around the food court. No one sits still.
No one sits still. But you know what? It might have been a blessing I was in the food court, because everybody eats.
That's right.
Whenever it's raining, mall,
That's right. They might go
captivated audience.
They might go for a specific store,
Exactly.
but they only got one place to eat.
One place to eat, second floor, and I was up there. So
That's
we were
beautiful.
up there. Yeah, so I wasn't totally happy about it, but I took it, and it was an opportunity that I took advantage of.
Great.
And I'm glad I did.
Good for you.
And then after that, they renewed our contract, and we went downstairs on the first floor.
Look at that.
So that was a good
Were you
thing.
sorry you went to the first floor after managing the second floor so well?
No, I wasn't sorry, but it was just more traffic down there.
Sure, of course.
So we went downstairs, and then we franchised a little bit. Yeah, we had an
Wow.
opportunity because we traveled all over.
Franchising's not easy.
No, it wasn't easy.
I know
but,
a franchise attorney.
Yeah,
It's not easy.
No, it wasn't. But we had an opportunity to then spread out because we needed the help. We were in Queens
Right.
Center Mall. We were in Albee Square Mall. We were
That's
in Manhattan
beautiful.
Mall. And that lasted maybe about 10 years.
Wow.
And then we had an opportunity to...
I'm noticing a cycle here of 10
yeah,
years.
yeah. Well, yeah, listen, that's great.
Yes.
That's great. Well, then they were giving contracts. Now they don't do contracts at 10 years.
I mean, just in your life.
Yeah, yeah.
10 years.
Yeah, decades.
10 years acting.
Decades. So then we had an opportunity to go into a major department store.
And how was that?
It was devastating. Well,
They're not easy.
No, it wasn't. No, it was
I had to
horrific.
deal with one also.
Really?
Yes. But we're here for you.
Okay.
We'll get into me another
We'll talk
time.
about it later.
Yes.
Well, we started off doing trunk shows, and we're supposed to do trunk shows maybe just a couple of months or a couple of
Right.
months, but it continued for almost a year.
Now, for
And-
the audience who doesn't know what a trunk show is, explain it to them, please.
where you take your products, you schlep them to the department store, and you're there like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for a weekend. That's a
Right.
trunk show. And then they'll say, okay, next weekend you're going to go over there. Next weekend you're going to go to Queens.
Right.
The other week you can go to Brooklyn, et cetera, et cetera.
Hence
et
the
cetera.
name Trunk Show.
Trunk, yeah.
'Cause you're traveling.
You're traveling. So, but it didn't work out. But in the interim, we had borrowed money to package, to repackage, and all the things that we have to do.
Sure.
I mean, I'm not complaining because that's what entrepreneurship is about.
Right. And
You have to
packaging's
love
not
this.
easy either.
Packaging's not easy, and it's not cheap.
No, and designing packaging is,
Yeah.
I got another friend who does that.
Oh,
and
you're
that's,
just a jock of all trades here with information.
It's what happens when you play golf.
I have to tell my husband loves to play golf too. So we did that, but at the end we didn't get it. Well, but that was okay.
But you
I mean,
learned.
I had a pity party for about an hour.
Just 1 hour?
Well,
Was that as long
a
as it
couple
took to
hours.
drink the wine?
Yeah, a couple of hours. A couple of hours. But then, no matter what, I always count everything as a blessing. I really do.
I agree.
I count,
I could see that in you.
No, I really do. One door closes, another one
No
opens.
excuses.
I just don't. No excuse. I just don't stay there. Lord God, we went into $100,000 debt just to do that, and didn't get it.
Wow.
And SBA loan, fabulous. So, but then you just say, what do I do now?
Right.
And if you really love something, you don't give up on it
That's
easy.
right.
You
Exactly.
find a way.
That's right.
You find a way to make it work.
You make the adjustments.
You make the adjustments. You sit down and you think about it and say, what did I do that I should not have done?
Yes.
Or what should I have done that I didn't do? And then something wonderful happened. About 3 months later, I had an opportunity to be in front of a major pharmacist.
Pharmacy store?
Pharmacy store.
Okay.
A major store.
That's
And,
excellent.
And I didn't want to go into a drugstore. So I said, I don't want to go into a drugstore. But they had a new concept. They had a new initiative. They were taking a
Interesting.
part of their drugstore and making it very, very upscale, like a department store. So I said, this sounds interesting. So after back and forth for, maybe a couple of months, we went into their store. and we're in 30 stores in New York.
That's awesome.
Is that great?
Oh my gosh, that's fantastic.
And then they were acquired by another company.
Even better.
Even better and bigger.
So you grow without trying.
We're growing, yeah. And then we went national in select stores. And we're
That's
not in
okay.
every single one of them. No, this is perfect.
This is
we're not in
perfect,
every single
exactly.
one of their stores, but we're in Las Vegas, California,
Oh
Puerto
my
Rico,
goodness.
Hawaii.
You
We're about
kidding me?
54 stores.
That's incredible.
Yeah, yes, it is.
From 30 to 54?
Yeah.
My
Is that
goodness,
great?
that's
So we're very,
almost
very
100% jump,
Yeah,
80%.
we're very excited about this journey.
Congratulations.
We're very excited about the journey. But I want to tell everybody there is a process. Don't be afraid. Because if you don't do it, when you don't go for it, then you always regret and say, I should have,
right.
would have, could have. Why didn't I try? Why didn't I try to do this?
Exactly.
And you're always going to have challenges. It's like it's up and down.
Right.
Like a seesaw. It's
That's
nothing.
right.
Nothing's leveled all the time. You know?
Never.
That's all part of it. So this is a very exciting time for me.
This is great.
Yeah, my
I can
husband,
see
he's
it, I can
wonderful.
feel it.
Yeah. My
It's
daughter
great.
works with me,
Oh,
Consuela.
that's awesome.
Yeah, she's a graduate Howard University School of Business, and she's our esthetician. She travels throughout
Great
the United
person
States.
to have on
Absolutely.
your crew.
Yeah,
An expert in business.
Yeah, and my husband is a retired cosmetologist, 40 years esthetician.
That's awesome.
So we've got a great family here. It's a family-owned business. We're
Beautiful.
very, very excited.
So are we going to go public soon?
I don't know. We want this to be a legacy and pass
I
this
know.
on. Yeah. So that's it.
That's fantastic. Wow.
We're really happy where we are, and
Good.
well, we want to grow, and that's why networking is so key.
Yes. Now we know you have more than that that's going on. You're involved in a lot of charitable things as well, and you deserve to speak about those as well.
We do.
'Cause that's so great that you have that in your heart.
Well, yeah, I do a lot of things with the National Minority Business Council. We do things with the New York Women's Chamber of Commerce.
I know you did something with epilepsy.
Yes, we did something with that.
I did a walk not too long ago for that as well myself.
United Negro College Fund, for education.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting ready to do something for cancer, for young kids that have cancer.
That's great.
Because I really feel that you have to give back.
You do.
I mean, and you reap what you sow.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
not only that, it makes me feel good. It makes me
Yes.
feel good to give back.
I need to get you in touch with somebody who
Yeah, I'd love to do
does
that.
cosmetics,
Okay.
uses cosmetics as a profession, and she also is a person who works with cancer as well.
Matter of fact, we're getting ready to do something next week with a company with cancer. They're coming to one of our
Mm-hmm.
stores in New York, and we're going to do some things with them. Just makes, and I have an affinity for that because my sister passed away from cancer.
My son-in-law passed away from epilepsy.
See, yeah. So there's so much that anyone can do.
Yes.
There's something that you can do, and it just makes you feel so good when you see a smile on a child's face.
Isn't it the truth?
Yeah. Just
Or
does something
anybody who can use help.
Yeah, but I work a lot with kids that have cancer. I
beautiful.
do that every other year in Shelter Island. So it just does something to me when you see these kids and they're so happy, and we complain.
Right. They truly understand how the
Life.
little things in life mean the most.
Yeah, that you wake up every morning, you
That's
have
right.
something to be thankful for.
Exactly.
And it makes you really reassess.
They're more grateful. They understand the word
Absolutely.
grateful.
Yeah,
More
yeah,
than-
we
you
sort
know,
of,
we don't learn it until something happens,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
something devastating happens.
If we
but
can
when
get that message out to the audience, that would be one great message to
when you
understand
look-
being grateful.
Absolutely, before something happens to make
That's
you
right.
grateful.
Before something happens,
And then it's
exactly.
devastating. But when you look into their faces and they're smiling and they're just talking, you just, oh my God.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, it's marvelous. It's marvelous.
That's great.
Yeah.
I did. I used to go to from many a times go to nursing homes during Christmas and Thanksgiving and serve food, and it's the same thing. At that age, they're almost like children also.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I had the similar experience
Yeah.
of
Well, I've done that too, and from the whole flip side of, I've gone to prisons.
wow.
I've gone to prisons and spoken to women, and they helped me and I helped them. It was wonderful.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes people fall through the cracks.
That's right.
So it was a very rewarding experience for me. I enjoyed that very much, and even some of the ladies that had gotten out had come by my store, so that was really
Oh, my
touching
goodness,
for me.
that's gotta be wonderful experience.
It's just very uplifting.
That's
because
fantastic.
you have to give back, you have to do something, and you have to share.
Absolutely.
Because if you don't share and your success dies with you, you're not a success.
That's right. I always say, people say knowledge is power. I always say knowledge isn't power. What's power is doing something with the knowledge.
Exactly.
When you share the knowledge, that's power.
Yeah, that
When
makes you feel good. That
Of
empowers
course.
you, empowers others.
And empowers others.
Yeah,
and that's really the
Yeah.
true meaning to power in my
Right,
eyes.
so,
like you're doing,
yeah.
which is awesome.
Yeah, so all these things make you whole.
That's right. They round us.
Yeah, they make you whole. They make you, you feel good about it.
That's right.
Even if you're not successful in everything, you feel good about what you did.
Well, we need to be grounded from time to time.
Absolutely. Well, yeah.
We're on this high motivation, constantly moving, running around like crazy. Sometimes, even I lose track of, I need to take a step back and realize.
Well, and I'm going to tell you
This is
something.
important.
I'm going to tell you something personally
Please.
that I want to say. And, I think for me personally,
Absolutely.
I'm not trying to influence anybody. I think when I know where my core is and where my strength comes from. And my strength comes from God, and that keeps me grounded.
Yes.
Because we get full of ourselves sometimes,
We can.
You get a little
Society
gig.
wants us to.
Yeah, of course. We get a little gig and you get full of yourself. But this, no, really.
I know.
You have to remember where you've come from,
Right.
who you are,
Right.
who wakes you up in the morning.
Right.
And it keeps you grounded, and then you become more appreciative.
Absolutely.
You're more thankful,
Absolutely.
and then you can help somebody else.
And that's the only way. With a clear
Absolutely.
mind, clear heart,
Exactly.
and a clear conscience, all wrapped into one.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it makes you feel better about yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's so great.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for sharing all that with us.
Thank you.
So what's next on the agenda?
Well, let me see. Well, we're trying to get more distribution.
Okay.
Well, because we want to grow. But also in business, I want to tell people about scaling up. You got to be careful.
Yes.
You can
Can't
grow
scale too fast.
Can't grow up, so you'll be out of business.
Right.
So we're excited about that. We're excited that I'm working on a book.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think
Good for you.
it's time because everybody says, "Vera, you don't have a book." I'm working on it. I'm working. I promise you, I'm working.
No pun intended, but
No.
it's time for that chapter
It's
in your
time.
life.
Yeah, and there'll be more than 10 chapters, maybe.
I
Or maybe
hope so.
maybe it'll be just 10. I don't know.
No, it's got to go past 10.
Okay,
Because you
okay.
got this reciprocal
I got
of
this
10.
thing about 10.
Make it 9 or 11.
So it's going to be just a quick. It's not going to be about makeup. It's not going to be a beauty book. Now I might do a beauty book after.
Okay.
Excuse me, but it's going to be a book about the trials. No excuses, so to speak.
Great.
Really.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good.
It's going to be a book about.
And you epitomize that. You
well,
really do.
Thank you. It's going to be a book about the struggle
Good.
and how I was raised.
Good.
Raised in Corona, poor
Corona,
neighborhood.
Queens.
Corona, Queens, poor neighborhood.
Yep, I know
and,
I wasn't too far from you.
You can step out of your environment.
Yes.
There's no excuses.
Yes.
And my mother always said, you can do it like the little choo-choo train. I was always inspired by my mom.
That's awesome.
I had wonderful parents.
That's great.
That tell you that no matter what, you could do it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And I reflect now, they've passed away, but I reflect on them all the time, and it just energizes me.
That's great.
Like the Energizer Bunny.
That's awesome.
It just makes me feel that, Vera, you can do this. So I want to share that. I want to share with someone that says, oh, I can't. I don't know if I can. I can't do because of this, or whatever excuse they want to give themselves.
Exactly.
There isn't any.
And that's simple.
Yeah.
It's simple.
Yeah.
And it's big part of why I'm here is to give that message. More importantly, to have people like you on the show.
I love that no excuses.
Thank
I
you.
love that.
That could bring the message because
Yeah.
it's not for me to just talk. It's the experience that you share
yeah.
because you're going to touch an audience that I can't touch, and that's why it's so important for me to have people like you on the show.
And let people know if I can do it, you can do it.
Exactly.
And you can even do it even better because I'm paving the way for you to do it.
Isn't that the
truth?
truth?
I'm the trailblazer. I've got to
Right.
do it. But now the path is there. Go for it.
That's right. Just walk on this carpet.
Walk on
Follow
this
the
carpet.
yellow brick road.
Yeah, the yellow brick road. Yeah. Click your heels. So I'm really excited about this journey. I'm really excited that I want to give back. I'm really excited that I ask God every day to keep me grounded.
Good.
Yeah, that's very important to
It
me.
is.
Yeah, and people see that, and I can sort of draw them to me, and I sit down. I mentor.
That's fantastic.
I mentor, and I tell people, listen, don't make the mistakes I did.
Right.
And, it's always good to have a mentor or a sponsor.
It is. I loved it.
I can
I've
speak on your behalf.
been blessed with many mentors in my life.
It's very, very important. That's where the networking comes again.
Absolutely.
It's very, very important. Networking, and then more important, the follow-up.
Yes.
You get all these cards, and you go to an event, you get the cards, and what do you do with them?
You can't throw them. You can't just stare at them.
Yeah,
They're not going to talk back to you.
No, you have to
It's funny.
follow
One
up.
of the things I even say, not just follow up, is but when you're with the person, get a committal. See if they truly want to work with you.
Yes.
Rather than words.
Yes.
See if there's actions.
Yes.
So you don't take home 50 cards. You're better off taking home 2 cards
Yeah.
of people who truly want to work with you.
Right.
I'm one of those people when I'm standing in front of someone and they say, let's get together, I say, good, take out your phone. Because everything's in the palm of your hand today.
Exactly. Oh,
I don't give
boy.
them an excuse. I says, great, take out your phone. I got mine, you got yours. We both got our
let's make a
calendars.
date.
Let's
Yeah.
do it right now.
Yeah.
And it's important. And then you could see then at that moment, if they push back, then you know it was
Yeah.
just all words and they really weren't going to do anything.
And you know, I think you have, when you're networking, I was telling someone, I mean, you don't have to network with everybody in the room. You say hello, how are you, be cordial, but you have a specific plan.
That's right.
I want to meet because I know together we can have some synergy.
That's right.
You know, I know together we can do some integrated marketing. I know,
Right.
you know, we have a nice marriage here.
That's right.
But you see people running around in a room of 90, 100 people, it doesn't make any sense.
I've seen it.
Plan
It's pretty funny to watch.
Yeah, really. So you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. So I sort of plan things, you know. A plan is always good. It's your roadmap.
Exactly.
You know.
And with electronics today, is an easy way to find out who's going to show up. Do a little research before you get there.
Yes.
And say, I can work with this person.
Absolutely.
Because that's the goal. Not just, I want something from this person. Is basically,
And both of you bring something
that's
to the
right.
table.
What am I going to bring to their table?
How can you
so they'll be
benefit them?
interested to
Exactly.
continue speaking with me.
Yeah, it's a mutual beneficial
It's gotta
thing.
be mutual.
It's got to be reciprocal.
100%.
Yeah, so this is a good thing.
It is.
Yeah, I love entrepreneurship.
Absolutely.
It's so
do I.
empowering.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
It gives us the opportunity of basically creating our own path.
Well, you dictate your destiny.
That's right.
Yeah, and then you can help others.
And
And there's no ceiling.
There is no ceiling. That's the beauty.
There's no ceiling.
And you can do a switch anytime you want.
Exactly.
With anything you want. It's that easy. It's like when I was in corporate America and we had to make a change, there was so many layers of levels of management and individuals and policies, and it would take months to make a change.
You never get anything done.
When I had my own company, when I was doing my apparel
Bam,
business, that's
done.
it.
I know,
I
it's
would just walk
crazy.
into everybody and say, okay, this is what we're doing. Rodney, you kidding me? That's okay. Don't worry about what we used to do. This is what we're
Exactly.
going to do right now.
Because if you don't take that opportunity, by the time you get it goes through every single person, the opportunity has escaped you. You've lost the opportunity.
And the ether wears off.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
you know that saying, right?
Okay.
The ether
I
wears
never
off.
heard that
Yeah,
saying.
it's when you get everybody excited, and if
Okay.
you take too long, the
Yeah, well,
excitement starts
that's
to dip.
corporation for you.
And they're not really wanting to do it anymore. They don't have that excitement, so they're not going to give 100%.
Yeah.
You're lucky if you get 40 at that
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
So you got to keep the ether going.
And there's no risk taking.
There's none.
They're not risk takers.
And you know what? Our time is up already, my
kidding.
dear. I can't believe
Are
it
you
either.
serious?
Yes. It's been marvelous.
Well, you're just going to have to have me back.
I'm just going to have to. I can't wait for that book.
Thank you. Oh, that's right.
I can't wait for that. I
Thank
want to thank
you.
you for being on the show, Vera.
Oh, thank you so much. I
And-
appreciate
Oh,
it.
thank you. And Vera Moore got a cosmetic company. This is No Excuses. My name is Rodney Arbona, and we look forward once again to seeing you, and I know you got inspired today. Thank you for watching.